Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. And the Gators will kick it off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense will take the field for the first possession of this game. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today. And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yet defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Off play action. Quick strike complete. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Got it in the middle. It's good. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Looking to throw on 1st down. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Made the grab in the end zone for the score. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
So Florida's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense is vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
Hand off from the gun. Comes through a tackle. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll ride the hot hand. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback making checks. To the air on 2nd down. Got his man in the middle. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got a man. It's James. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They're going back to the ground. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
This is well within field goal range, but the kicker will stay on the sideline, and the offense will try to convert on fourth down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. They go to the ground. Picks up the first down, still moving. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Looking to throw on first down. Makes a connection. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Levis. Still on his feet. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Offense in a bunch formation. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. A run for the quarterback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And they decide to trot out the kicker. This crowd trying to do it. They get through, and it's blocked.
Yeah, a lot of times in field goal block, you load up one side, they load. Get their hand up and get the big block. Nice job.
Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll run it from the gun. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they're marking up the 48.
Well, not down in business. The quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. To the air on first down. Quick completion on the out. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the middle. Got it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Florida! That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the school.
Yeah, they had touchdown written all over because nobody was covering it. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on it. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give them a cushion and give them some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll snap it from the 20 for play of this drive. Complete to start this drive.
I guess if you're going to get a 1-yard gain, at least it's kind of a highlight. Great body control, great job understanding how to keep your foot in bounds and give a little toe tap on the sidelines there.
Back to pass. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. Breaks into the open. Able to make his way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Dumps it off in the flats. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. He'll do it himself. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Really nice job by the defense that time, stopping the option. Everyone accounted for it. You saw the quarterback. He was holding it. He was running wider and wider out to the perimeter of the field. But this defense has really good speed. But they made that play because everybody was on the same page. Nice job.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back gets the give. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And the defense got him at the 27. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of...
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. This whole place is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And that's a nice job by this kicker bouncing back. Last field goal gets blocked. Don't worry about it. Get that thing up in the air. Long field goals sometimes are low, but he drives the ball way up in the air and drives it through the uprights.
Looking for blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. The give to the back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those...
Turning it on! Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
It's complete on the right side. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. Carrying the ball with attitude down to the 42.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Here's a heat. Wide open downfield. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gators!
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Off play action on 1st down. Works the middle of the field. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. Bring in the heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punter. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. They'll start this drive going to the air. The short hands, it's James. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's James. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the 1st down. Got to use their time wisely. The Gators want to move quickly. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Touchdown, Florida! They took a shot to the
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence.
Oh, he's got some space. Oh, what a move to get room. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's good. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Looking for the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
They'll open the second half with a run. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Well, the defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
Throws for the tight end. Makes the grab. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. Wants to go up top. Still looking on the move. Rolling right and going deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Unloads to the wideout. Finds his man. It's James. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. The receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And the right rotation on that one to get a little help from the crossbar and get it through. And now the lead is even bigger.
All the bounces going the kicker's way right here. That was just at about the extent of his distance for a field goal, and the crossbar helped him out, putting 3 up on the board.
The returner will field it and bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Clock ticks across the 4-minute mark here in the third. To the air on first down. Working that left side now. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Rides to back and leaves it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because...
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time.
Man, he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
They'll leave it with him. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. He's racked up 92 yards on the ground, and he is within striking distance of a 2,000-yard season. The Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Firing to the right, complete. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Power ahead. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? From the 3-yard line, they'll try it again on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll throw it. Touchdown, Gator! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion, because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a first down.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Behind the chains now on second and long. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got an open man. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating more. There he goes. Got enough space. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Trying to pound it in. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The Gators backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. And the defense was just daring them to throw over the top, and the offense didn't, and they got stuffed. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Strong run there to pick up 4 and get it out to the 7.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective, trying to...
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Snags it down the right side. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got him. They had this offense backed up. Now they have to be staggering. Can they deliver another punch on 1st and 10 from inside the 40? And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Now facing a 3rd and long. Unleashes one deep. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. And I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Now there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games, so you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the fourth quarter.
And the Gators are facing 3rd and inches. Makes the grab on the left. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Big fella moving. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. One more play to pad the stats. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Touchdown, Florida! Fired in from the red zone for the score. You can see it on the sideline. They built a comfortable fourth quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis.